we didn't really tell anyone we're going live, so but here we are, I guess. Are we live? I'm trying to see if I can find this on my phone so that I can see the chat. How do I do chat on here? I can't remember. View channel. We are live. We've done it. Alright. You can see the chat. I think you can hear me. I don't want to end this. What do I want to do? I want to go to this. Boom. I think we're doing it. Hi guys. We're doing a mobile live stream today because I'm just in my kitchen here. So there won't be any music. And it'll just be sounds of me yapping and drawing. But it's going to be a good time. We have about an hour or so, maybe a little longer, before we have to get going to get ready for our show tonight. Sorry it got a little late started here. The keyboard is dead. I kept trying to connect it, but I don't think it has enough juice to connect, so we won't have a keyboard. So I'll just have to use the screen, like somebody in the Stone Age. Hi, cat. They probably hear all kinds of cat sounds and bird sounds and outside sounds of my washer machine going. Washer machine, how you guys doing today? Yeah, I know how you're doing, kitty. Alright. I don't know. I just wanted to do some sketching today, just some world building, some having some fun. We were working yesterday night on some dustwing falcons. I think that could be cool to work on. I can pull up some references, maybe of some falcons again on my phone. I'll have to lose the chat for a second here, but that's enough, kitty. Yes, well, I didn't expect it to be so noisy for everyone. Oh, there's creaking upstairs too. What an exciting stream for everybody. All right, let's draw some falcons just for some reference, and then we can maybe riff off of them a little bit. So the beaks are about half the size. They kind of curve down, but pretty curved. That is enough, please. Well, we're also on mobile, so I might just get up and leave. That's enough. Go. Thank you. Go. Oh my goodness. All right. Oh no, I see. I can't see the chat anymore. I'll check it periodically. I don't think anyone's there anyways. It's pretty flat, so we can play with that a little bit if we go with sort of our dustwing falcon designs. We can really get this hook going too, I think, if we really want to. It's pretty crazy on them as it is. And they've got kind of a darker beak, pretty much black at the tip, and then kind of darkish blue here, dark black, or dark gray kind of thing. You can play with that. Our nostrils are pretty high up. And they have this natural, like, sort of frown. That's kind of cool. Like the opposite of Amazon. And their eyes are basically black. That too can make that pretty cool thing. I like the dustwing falcons might have white eyes, but pretty dark around here. It'd be nice if you guys could see the reference, I suppose. You know, this is what it is. I just want to do it on this, honestly, because it just feels so much better to draw on this tablet. This is my small Samsung Galaxy S as opposed to my big tablet in the back, which is my Canvas, which works, but for some reason it just seems to lag when I'm on live stream quite a bit, and it really bugs me. And their body, again, pretty simple bird shape, sort of this reverse egg shape almost, and they're tucked all in. Their shoulders come out sort of here, fold down. This one kind of comes out a bit more, goes down, and again, about 2/3 of the way down, we get their legs. It's super simple, basically. It's hard to sort of make out birds' anatomy a lot of times because they're kind of covered in feathers and they just look like drumsticks. These big raptor claws are pretty crazy too. They're huge, they're terrifying. This one's all rocks, I can't really see what this foot is, but and their tails are pretty straight, tight if they have them tucked in as well. Pretty dark. And again, there's different kinds of falcons, but I think this is a blue falcon, perhaps, what I'm looking at. You get a falcon creaking, birds, but ASMR day to day. Trying my patience. It's got quite a bit of like minuscule patterning under here. Not minuscule, but each layer of feathers has got like these darker tips, so kind of goes all in here. The chest here is pretty light. Got a few of these like flecks kind of going on, which then kind of turn into this kind of feather tips. And they're not on every single feather. You can see that some of them get a little more sparse, especially down here in the legs. And the feather pattern kind of goes under here in the lighter feathers and then the darker feathers on top. And that's sort of a general gist of what an actual falcon looks like. So we can kind of have a bit of a reference point for, again, there's tons of different falcons, so we're not, you know, this isn't a whole falcon study session. It's just to give us an idea of what we can sort of riff off of a little bit. And yeah, I think this head is a little bit too big. Like I feel like their heads kind of blend in almost more with their bodies. Just fold the board a little bit more. Alright, well I haven't checked the chat in a while, so I'm not sure if anybody's out there. I'm going to check the chat in a second here. If there's anyone. And there's not. And that's okay. But that's fine with me, because we're strong, so we're going to work on some dust-winged falcons. Actual falcon. I mean, I put quotations, but just because it's maybe not the most accurate, but I think it's pretty close. And then we've got, we'll do dust-winged falcon. Did you say falcon? Falcon. Dust-winged falcon explorations. So we can try to play with that. this shape, but of course Warp Worlds is a little bit more warped and cartoony, so we can try to like, it's hard to simplify this shape because they're already pretty simple, but some sort of like, I don't know, everything in Blandia has these like rubies. Maybe we could give them a bit of a ruby, and it starts to make them look almost too nice, too parody. They're more sharp, it looks more like a, maybe they're dry, so they have like these like broken up, kind of messed up feathers. Extra big. Still not sure if I'm going to make them black. I kind of want them to be like a scary red. Like excuse me. So we could do these wings down. I mean, we'll do one out just so we can kind of explore that too. Falcon wings are kind of pretty sharp, and so we can play with that kind of sharpness. And I do like this sort of like they have the almost the outside white eyeliner going on. And it will make this mouth like extra. More scruffiness because they're dusty. But I like this sort of thing too, where they got this sort of kind of play with that shape a little bit more. Like, I don't know, I like this kind of like, I want to try to give it sort of I don't know, desert motif, I guess, like just a little bit sort of indigenous, a little bit sort of I guess Mexican almost. I guess I should say Central American more. I think if we go sharper, it'll give them a cooler kind of cartoonier edge, maybe. I do like these flicks, though. I think we need some of those in there, too. Maybe their chest a little puffier. If you have any suggestions, if you're out there in the chat, we're just working on some world building for our world of Blandia. And yeah, we're just playing. We're just doing some dustman falcon because I want to do just make them a little dustier, make like their feathers are always flapping off. Excuse me. They're one of our first world. One of the first world that we are exploring. Not first world, isn't it? First world as well. Anyhow, the first world of our sort of explorations and stories that we've been working on is Blandia. Just sort of a simple farming world. Cool to have these feathers a little bit more sharper than they actually are in reality. Give them a little bit more of a menacing vibe. don't want them to look too far from falcons though, the sharper and stuff, like when they start to look a little bit more like a swallow or a starling or something like that, or maybe a little bit of a sharper silhouette, but you still want them to have some curves. Falcons do have that nice sort of curvature about them, so maybe we can thicken these out a little bit more. It helps feel a little more like feathers, I feel like. I think it's still kind of scruffy. Yeah, I'm not being super anatomically correct here, but birds have sort of obviously sort of the same arm structure as we do. Their scapulas and then they have their elbows and they have their radia, ulna and all that, and then their fingers go into a bit of a different situation than our hands because they turn into wings, but basically their elbows are sort of the same, their shoulders are sort of the same in a lot of ways, and so they tend to have feathers that kind of wrap around this way, go down their sort of fingers and hands to the wingtips, the longer primary feathers, and they have secondary feathers under here, and then they have a lot of like sort of other tertiary feathers and things, and then they've got feathers that go up over the back of their wings, and things like that, but sort of under. Their talons are going to be pretty cool, but I think I want to like make them exaggerated a little bit, like smaller than what an actual dustwing or what an actual falcon would be. Whoa! That's it. I deleted everything. Just turned off the layer. Let's move this over a little bit though, so we have a little bit more room. Whoops. Oh yeah, my keyboard is not working. So my shortcuts aren't working. Beep beep. That's my laundry. Oh, we're just drawing stuff. Wait, is there people in the chat and I haven't played this at all? Oh, now I'm actually watching it. I see. Still there's nobody. That's fine. This is so far behind. Am I watching this live or not? Oh, now I think I've caught up. Okay, good. Well, I still haven't missed anyone in the chat, I don't think. Yeah, we could maybe sharpen this up if we wanted to, make some cooler designs here for the front of the beak, but I almost liked it when it was a little bit lighter. Yeah, a little lighter tip. That's pretty good. Alright. I'm liking where this is going so far, I think. Again, they're known as dustwing falcons, so I want their wings to be pretty dusty looking. So we'll have sort of do some like puffs of like, what is that? Like, how is that even coming out of there? But it's almost that like Kirby crackle dust maybe. Definitely taking away from the shape of their wings though, which I don't really like. So rethink this. Drawing some dust wing falcons. Oh yeah, my keyboard doesn't work. There we go. I'm trying to figure out how to make this like kind of look like a cool like ethereal thing without being too dusty looking, but like it's more like they're purposefully like that. A little bit, sort of like almost like waves of dust coming off. If anyone's out there, welcome to just a little bit of world building and exploration with worldbuilds here. We're building some dustwing falcons, as you can tell. Did a little like sketch of a actual falcon. I put quotes because it's maybe not super accurate, but you know, it's pretty close. So we're just trying to take some like attributes of this actual falcon here and try to play with that. Some possibly again, sort of different but inspired take on falcon stuff. Oh, we're running a page here, so we can move it, but let's just give this wing a little tuck. Just tuck this guy in here a little bit. That's okay. He's wisping some dust in this direction, creating his, one of his dust-full wind attacks. I guess we still haven't really come up with a name for that, so if anyone has a suggestion. There was Talon Tornado last night, but that's like such a cool name that it's going to be, I think, one of their more altered, warped versions. This isn't my usual format. Usually we draw on my bigger tablet, but I like this tablet and the way it draws a bit better. This is my small tablet, so I'm just in my kitchen, just hanging out on my kitchen table, and drawing some dust on falcons. I feel like there's gotta be a way to like all the form this like vortex. One wing is hot and one wing is cold, and they make a tornado. Is that how tornadoes make? How they make? How they're made? How they make. How it's make. How does that show how it's make? Just a chill Wednesday. Puffy, puffy, dusty, dusty, dusty. It's okay, we draw whatever we want. We do. Sometimes we do what we don't want. Probably more of that than doing what we want. Alright. This is taking over still too much. This, I want this wing to show up a little more than the dust. were talking last night about, on last night's stream, about dustwing falcons, and then maybe different elemental versions of them, like in different worlds. So it would be like frostwing falcons and flamewing falcons, and, that old chestnut, and then they can form a elemental whirlwind when they all combine. Why not? Why not? If you heard that flapping, that's just stereo sound for these dustwings. This tornado looks so terrible. This is so terrible with the maybe I should get a reference of what a tornado looks like. It's more like a rose-nado. It's okay. It's okay. It's all for fun. Aspirations, see? Doesn't say perfections. Doesn't say solid chosen concept art or finished illustrations. We're exploring. We're having fun. I think I can get some more of these Charlie Brown. Actually, kind of like, they look like M's, but they should be W's. They're W's when they're dive bombing. One too many? One too many, you say? Who said that? I said that. Okay, so now let's try to think. So the hamstrings connected to the femur. Well, kind of, not really. And then this should be, so we should go down and then up, down and then up, and then we've got our feet coming out here, so our claws would be one bottom foot, and then I guess they should have 3? Maybe we should just give them 2. Because A, it's easier to draw. 2, it's fun. I don't know, we'll see. 2? Looks weird, 2. It has to be 3. The best things in life are free. Yeah, so the music, so now you guys just have to listen to my inner monologue and the sounds of my own bird. Go. Hi, buddy. I don't like those. I should have drawn them on another layer, yeah. I can still try to close the rope here, I guess. Yikes, Matt. You'd think you'd learn by now, but you don't. okay. Don't freak out, Matt. It's okay. You got this. Doesn't matter if you do. It's not about getting this. Oh. I am who I am. And that's enough. Right? You are who you are. That's enough. Do so much. Just be who you be, and that be enough. Yarr. Are these feet perfect? No! Doesn't matter. Only to me! This doesn't matter. Does anyone know what the bottom of birds' feet look like? Yes, I know. Ornithropnists. I actually kind of know too, but I've mucked it up. You done mucked it up, buddy. It's okay. Maybe they got really dark feet, so afford to look it up. Hi, birdie. Does that help stand out? Or does that make it worse? Can't tell. I think I'll get lighter. Alright. So dusting falcons. One of our Blandian creatures. Blandian wild things. All wild things in the worlds. I guess I should say all creatures. Holy jumping Jehoshaphat. What is the matter with you? We're just gone nuts. He's having a flap. He's going crazy. Who knows? What, this looks maybe even still too almost realistic. I want to go more cartoony, but it's cool. It's cool. We're exploring. I'm gonna give this I don't know why. I just want this falcon to have a red eye. I do, and I'm gonna do it. So you can't stop me. And I've done it. Oh yeah, I've got this set to like each stroke is slightly different color, so it's powerful too. It's a little purple here. Oh, there he goes with the purple. Sure do. No, almost don't like it with purple. Still, I like it almost better like orange red. Yeah, fine. It's a little bit bright. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Let's see, maybe we'll put some color here. So, falcons are usually pretty white in the chest, kind of tan white. Again, we don't have to necessarily match every real thing, real falcon or anything. And this isn't based on any specific falcon specifically. I guess kind of peregrine looking, but they're dust-winged falcons. Most the original sort of point of Blandia is that it is bland. It was supposed to be a farming sim parody, sort of a like Animal Crossing meets Stardew Valley kind of, but like in a bit more of a desert style vibe. And there's the whole point was sort of just that it's like, oh, we're just living our life every day, the same thing over and over and over again. Plant the cron, harvest the cron, feed the chinkins. Why are we doing this? Nobody knows. We've done it for however long we can remember. And so there's not going to be too many crazy creatures, but any creatures that are in this world are going to be deliberately kind of browns and oranges and fully plain in colors, sort of neutral colors. It's a very dusty, deserty kind of world, so a lot of sort of browns and sandies and sort of reddish tones. And then as we explore the world, there'll be many more colors. And what did I do? Oh, I somehow turned it to completely 0% opacity. The magic of digital, yeah. So they're going to be pretty, as I was saying, pretty brown and plain. Some of their creatures and stuff we'll explore will have a lot more color variety. I'm a lot crazier with that. Maybe some of their dust has some like magical, more hi birdie. I have a bird on my head. That's a good boy. Maybe some of their dust has some more magical properties and colors to it as it stirs up the ground, or as it kind of comes from their wings. The ground's a little bit redder usually. Just to get sort of that desert vibe. Ow, why are you scratching my head so much? Stop that, please. Can you not? Can you stand on this? Oh boy. Just put my headphones on my head so you can stand on those. It's scratching on my head. Alright. Yeah, I don't know, so maybe we can put a little bit of pink support in this to kind of like make their dust seem a little more magical, even though they themselves are rather plain. These feet maybe a little bit more, stand out a little bit more against their, oh yeah, this color changes every stroke, so now it's all of a sudden yellow. That's okay, the yellow's kind of nice. Pulls the feet out a bit. And put a little yellow in this beak area too, I think. Maybe a little lighter than that. There we go. Some happy yellow. Pulls that beak out nice in here. This is almost white yellow, but pretty light there to pull out the eye, maybe. Maybe we could get a little bit more white just kind of here. Maybe it's a sign when you're like, uh-oh, I see white on a dust wing, you know, they're putting their wings to do the flap. So the old dust NATO. Dust particles, maybe some sparkles, who knows. Some simple feathers. I'm gonna be crazy with all this, just for fun. Just exploring. Yummy. Yummy. Who knows? It's okay. Worlds, if you're out there, if you're tuning in, checking this out, you can check out our Wayfinders journal, which has quite a bit of what we've released so far. I actually haven't updated in a little while, but we'll get on that this week. And so you can find that at bit.ly or bit.ly /worlds. Nope. /Wayfinders journal EA. You can find it in the description. You can find it there. Well, it could also go like this. You can check that out if you care to. And you'll see some of the stuff we've released, some of the ideas of what's going on here, but basically we're making a multiverse and card game. And it's one of the first cards, so I wanted to kind of play with maybe some designs for one of our first wild thing creature designs here. And I don't know, like sometimes outlining these, pulls them out a little bit. And put a few extra scribbles in there. Do what we want, right? Again, like the point of Worlds is both to create something, but also for me and other people to just kind of explore creativity and, you know, world design, creature design, item design, whatever we want, storytelling. I want to take it so that it can be whatever we want it to be, essentially. It's just a multiverse that we can explore, play with, and develop. And same with our art and storytelling and music skills and all of that, which would be fun to explore as well. I hope for you, but it will be fun for me, I think. So far it has been. It's been wonderful. This is, again, almost a collaborative effort, even just the Dustman Falcon. We were talking last night on a stream and in our Discord about different new creatures and things like that, and abilities for our card game. So I'm always open for your feedback and suggestions. You can always join our Patreon, which I'm going to be working on developing a little bit more. Patreon.com/worldworlds, if you'd like. You can join for free, or you can become a member. You can support us on Ko-fi. Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/worldworlds. Again, if you like. You make a one-time donation. I don't think I have memberships unlocked there yet, or opened there yet, because I haven't created them, but if you'd like to be a member, you can always feel free to let me know and be like, hey, can you make these? I'll be like, yeah, I can. Just ranting away as we're drawing some verbs. Sweet, now I can hear the baby upstairs. It's the best. So dusty. Hey, the more bits, the better. Right? That's what I always say. This is turning out okay. See, I like drawing on this a lot more than my other tablet. I feel like I can actually draw like how I want to, as much as I'm not like a fantastic artist on some of these things, but I definitely feel like I draw closer to how I like. Kind of feel like this little plume here is asking to be a thing. Like maybe dust-winged falcons have a single plume there that gives them some sort of their dust powers. Who knows? Yeah, like that. Maybe we can explore some of these feathers too. Like, I think that plume up there could be pretty cool. But like, it's like just a single plume of its own sort of design. Oh, interesting. You know, play with it. Alright, well, do I like that shine? Or just red? And does that... I feel like it brings them to life a little bit. Excuse me. Alright, well, I kind of like this design. It's not bad. We could almost make this into a... There he goes, adding purple to everything. Do what I want. Maybe they turn a bit purple when they use their dust powers. It's fine. I think that's pretty cool. I'm not sure I particularly like the poles. Switch it, flip it, and see. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad either way. Either direction, it turned out pretty good, I guess. This wig is obviously just because it was crammed in there, but it's not the worst. What time is it? 5 to 2. Hey, we have some time still. Do have to get going in about 20 minutes, half an hour, maybe a little less, but I'm digging the way this looks. So let's see what else. We wanted to do some dive bomb ones. We had drawn some of those last night. Not really super clear, so let's, matter of fact, we could always do a, let's use a symmetrical ruler just because we can. It's tools, right? It's all tools. Let's what we to get the art that we like. As long as, again, I guess if we're just flat out using AI and stuff, I guess it kind of defeats the purpose. But if you need to use some stuff to get your juices going and your tools moving or whatever, or like if you want to draw a falcon and you don't want to have to draw both sides just to get the idea across, because they would be pretty much symmetrical if you cut them at this angle, then why wouldn't you use a symmetrical ruler? Yummy. So I've seen a couple, some of them have their tails pretty narrow, but maybe I've seen some that have their tails out kind of fanned out. So I think maybe ours can be fanned out just because it looks, yeah, well, sort of like a W. It's kind of cool. I guess even it would look like a W. But oh, I feel like it should be in. Maybe it could be pointed even. It just looks more aerodynamic and fierce. Plenty of fan-tailed birds and some nicer birds, but maybe, I don't know, I still like the fan. Maybe we can have a compromise. So, I think dark, definitely at the wings. Maybe we can do some of this kind of like stripy business. Back of the head and all this, except this would be sort of white in those eye spots, and then we've got this sort of like patterning here. We can maybe play with some cool, yeah, we don't want too much coolness in some of these Blandian designs, because they're supposed to be bland and we'll have some cooler creatures later on. I wonder how much you can actually hear me. I wonder how much matters, because I'm just kind of like mumbling here. I don't have a microphone in this particular instance. There's someone really out there too much watching anyway, so if you are, you're welcome to say hi, or you're welcome to lurk. You do whatever you want. Oh yeah, and this would have this plume coming out there. Always the plumes. I like the plumes, okay? Leave me alone. Talking about how like they would dive bomb and on last night's stream a little bit with a good friend and collaborator on More Pearls, and I think this kind of like just sort of happened, came as a joke, but they might kind of like dive bomb so fast that they kind of break the, I don't know what this atmospheric barrier there where it like, holy jumping, wow, Just read about my shoes not getting resold. For work. That's crappy. It is what it is. Alright. It's kind of like the dust from their wings like ignites, so it creates these like cool kind of flame trails. Dive bomb. Alright. Well. I don't know, I feel like we've had some cool explorations here, but we should possibly call it soon here. I don't want to go to work. It's fun. It's fun at work, I guess. Just don't want to go. I don't like going. I don't like leaving home. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Right. I think we can decide these things here. What the? Why not? I'll even send this little sketch. Because I drew it. Alright. Excuse me. Not certain I'm in love with all this, but it's pretty good. I think we had a good little drawing sesh here. It's just an hour today, just a short one. Not too many people in the chat. And by not too many, I mean no. But that's okay. I didn't really tell anyone about this. Mostly I've just been trying to get back into the swing of things, but I think we'll, oh, I didn't realize, of course, I'm signing these things in reverse here. Because I was still drawing like this. So I can erase these reversed signatures, I suppose. The other one's probably way over here. I don't even know if that worked. Alright. Well, thank you very much for tuning in, if you did. If you're watching this on replay. If you're not, then I guess it doesn't matter, because I'm not talking to you. Oh dear. Alright, thanks everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Love you all.